Hi guys, it's Sam here from Bargain Hunting Blonde, and today I'm actually bringing you my first ever wish list video. So I always mean to do these every year, and then I just forget, and then I think it's too late, and then I never do it. So today I'm actually going to do my wish list video. It is a combination of handbags and shoes and jewelry, and then there's some like extras, I guess you could say, that I'm thinking about. That do include like ready to wear but aren't for sure on my wish list. I also would like to say that this is obviously like goals wish list. My husband and I will be buying a house this year. We'll also be moving to said house, and we won't be as close to public transportation, so we will need another car. So there's just a lot of expenses coming, so I probably will not be, I should say definitely not be, getting everything on this wish list, as some of the pieces are very expensive. But as I have said in some of my other videos, I have really been working on cataloging and paring down my collection to pieces I actually use. So I do have some funds from items I have been selling that can then go to items that I want to purchase, which is really nice. I will say I definitely struggle to get rid of pieces because I become very attached to them. They're just objects, and I know that, but for some reason there are certain pieces I like cannot get rid of. And then I just, I accept that, and there are other pieces I have no issue getting rid of. So sometimes I end up keeping things I don't totally use, but that's for another video and another story. So I have narrowed this down to 10 for sure on my wish list pieces, and then at the end I'll kind of mention some honorable mentions if I could find them sort of pieces. So number one, and these are in no particular order, but number one is the Dior Bobby Bag. And I'll put a picture up on the screen of what this bag is. I love Dior. I think Dior pieces are beautiful. I do think Dior can get a little expensive and it doesn't necessarily hold its resale value. And I know the Dior Bobby Bag kind of has a bad stigma because it was gifted to a lot of people for free, but I think it's a really beautiful classic bag. I love the way that Dior is going with these, like with their Montaigne and now with the Bobby Bag. I love the smooth, sleek leather with a Dior, clasp of some sort, and then the embossing on the back of the bag. I think it's beautiful. I think this will probably be a bag that I do pick up this year, but I'm not sure what size, and that's one of the issues with COVID and everything, is I have not been able to try on this bag. I just watch a lot of videos on it and admire people's pictures, on Instagram, but I have not been able to try it on. So I'm currently looking at the medium and the large. I think the small would probably be too small. I am 5'10", and I do like to fit both my phones in all bags that I have, so the small is probably too small. But the Dior Bobby Bag, I think it's beautiful. Second is the Chanel mini reissue. After renting that beautiful small reissue in the tweed, I would love to buy a mini reissue in a tweed. Why I'm turning to the mini reissue over the small is they basically hold the same amount. They do. And the price on the mini reissue is much more reasonable than the small reissue, and I really don't love the double flap style. I know it's kind of controversial, but I don't think it's the most practical handbag style out there. I think they're beautiful. I understand they hold their shape better, but it's really annoying to have that second flap sometimes when you're trying to get something quickly, and it really does cut down on what you can fit in your bag. So a Chanel mini reissue would be perfect for me. I'm sure they will go up in price, but I'm kind of keeping my eye out for a tweed one. I'm not sure what color tweed yet, but you never know what's coming with Chanel, so I'm just keeping my eye out for a tweed mini reissue. Next and third on my list is the Van Cleef and Arpel's Sweet Alhambra necklace. I love this necklace. I've been eyeing it for like over a year. Again, I just want to go in store and purchase it, and COVID. Guys, I have not been shopping since I was in London and Zurich, and that was the end of February, and I came back on like the tail end of being able to really travel because I was there for work, and then I was in Boston for work, and I remember being in the Boston airport and the outbreaks were getting really bad, and I had coworkers who were in Zurich and London who had to get back ASAP because there was that statement that was made that you had to be back within the United States within 24 hours, which actually wasn't true, but there was a lot of frantic flight getting, and so I have not been in a store to shop since then. I have been to Target, Walmart, those sort of things, but I have not been in a store to shop. I did go once to Nordstrom's to do a return, and the returns are like now right at the front of the store, so I just went into the return and walked out. I didn't even look. My husband was very shocked. But yeah, I would really like to go in store and see and purchase that necklace. I do think that's on my wish list for sure to get, and I know that it's a beautiful piece and I would wear it all the time. I just love the dainty necklaces, so that's why I like the sweet Alhambra better than the vintage Alhambra, just because I like the smaller size. But regardless, I think Van Cleef & Arpels has beautiful, beautiful pieces, and I love the mother of pearl. I know it's a little harder to take care of, but I take off all my jewelry when I shower, like if I was getting in the pool or anything like that, so, or work out. So I do think it would be okay. Next, another jewelry piece is the Cartier Trinity bracelet. So I own nothing from Cartier. I have been eyeing pieces like the Love wedding ring, which is the smaller one, you know, not as thick, for a while, but I love, I don't know why, this Trinity bracelet, and you guys will see the picture. It is the one with the cords. I fell in love with this bracelet probably like a year ago, maybe even more, because you can change the cord color. Guys, that's so cool. I love that. And I love that it's the 3 rings together. I do have 2 sisters, so there are 3 of us, so 3 is a really important number in my family. And I just love that bracelet. I love that you can change the cord. I know right now, depending on the store, they are not doing the cord color changes, but I love it. I love that you're like, hey, today I feel like blue, we're walking by Cartier, which there's one really close to my house. We'll just go and change the cord color. So I definitely want that piece. It is more on the reasonable end for Cartier. It is $580 in the US plus tax. So I think that would kind of be my first dive into Cartier, and then from there, kind of more on the maybe list, probably not this year, is the Love wedding band. And I would love a Cartier watch. I just can't decide which one. I thought I was going to buy myself for my 30th birthday, which is in 2021, a Cartier watch, but we're probably going to end up with another Hermes piece like my 29th birthday Birkin, which was great. I give myself the best presents, guys. As you guys will have heard before, I do not like asking for luxury goods as presents. I feel really awkward. They're really expensive, and I don't expect my friends or loved ones to spend that sort of money on me, and I work hard, so I buy them myself. It's great. And then you always get what you want, so that is another positive. Next, we're kind of going down a long list of Hermes. So I would like a bag, which I pronounce a her bag, but I know you don't pronounce the H. 31 zip. I do have a vintage piece and I love it, so I would really like to get a newer one that has the back zipper pocket so I can put my phone in that pocket. I also love the colors and the styles they've been coming out with, and I would like to start more of my in-store Hermes journey. I've talked about this before. I do normally buy Preloved or online, but I would like to start shopping in store, especially considering that my in-store purchases and my essay and my wish list and everything else is located in London on Bond Street, which I don't think we'll really be seeing in 2021 either. So I'm going to start, hopefully, I have 2 stores close to me, San Francisco and Palo Alto, so we'll see about that. Next also is the Hermes Evelyn Tpm, or the Evelyn Mini. I love that bag. I have been hunting for that bag. I have seen it pop up online, but again, I really would like to purchase in store. And I know that handbags don't really help too much with your journey and getting offered other bags, but it just kind of shows your interest in the brand. So I would really like to pick up either or both of those pieces. In the Hermes world, they are more on the reasonable price side, so that is also nice as well. But we shall see. I know that there has been lots of stock issues because, you know, a lot of things aren't being able to come in from other countries. And then I do also know the tariff will probably already be in place by the time you guys see this video. There is a 25% tariff on any goods coming from France. I have lots of questions about that tariff because I have not been actually able to find the wording of it. You know, it's like, is it just if the item actually is made in France? Does it need to come from a French brand? Does it need to have a French postmark on it? Does it need to be, you know, primarily assembled in France? Like, there's lots of questions because, like, for example, Louis Vuitton has places in the United States where they assemble their goods, but most of them are made of products that are made in France and then shipped here. So, like, would those get the tariffs on it? Would it only be made in France pieces? Lots of questions, no answers. So that'll also probably impact how many of these things on my wish list I do get. Next on my wish list is a piece that I think is a little controversial, but I love them, and that is the Chanel Dad Sandal. I know most people don't like them because I love my Birkenstocks and I would wear those Chanel Dad sandals into the ground. I love them. You know, sometimes find that I dress older than I should be for my age, or, you know, like I feel like I don't always dress my age just because I do work in law and that's very conservative. But I love those Dad sandals. I know they're trendy. I don't care, guys. I want them. I am hunting, so I have not been able to find my size. I have been hunting already for like 2 or 3 months. I have numerous SAs who are looking for me, so fingers crossed that they find them. I do want them in black. I'm okay though with the black leather or the black tweed. Other than that, coming for you, Chanel Dad sandals. Next is also another pair of shoes, which, depending on how this tariff thing goes, might actually get completely priced out of my price range. But I love the Louis Vuitton Wonderland boots in the Monogram canvas. They actually, at least online, don't have my size in the leather. So I don't know if they don't make my size in the full leather or it's just not online. But regardless, I would like the Monogram. I think they're really beautiful boots. They've been around for a while. I think they're kind of, you know, that combat style, but a little more feminine. So I think they're always going to be a staple in a fall-winter wardrobe. And I have seen how much I wear my Gucci boots. I have worn them a lot. Their cost per wear is probably at this point pennies. I wear them like almost every time I go out of the house. So I would like another pair of luxury boots to add to that. I did like the Chanel combat boots that came out, but I did not like that it was like kind of like a weird like magnetic flap. I prefer the twist lock on the Louis Vuitton boots. So that's not to say that there won't be a pair of Chanel boots that come out and I'm like, oh, I haven't bought the Louis Vuitton ones yet and I like the Chanel better. But for now, the Louis Vuitton ones are kind of what gives me all the hard eyes. So we shall see. And then back to Hermes. So there are 2 Hermes pieces that I would like, but are going to be on the Patience side and probably pre-loved. So, well, definitely for one. So I do want a vintage Hermes Constance in the 23 size. That is the size that does have the back pocket. I love the Constance bag, but that the new one does not have a back pocket kind of annoys me. It reminds me of my Celine box bags, which I also love, but don't have a back pocket. So if I can get the vintage one, I would love to do that. As I have said previously, I would love them in a burgundy or a navy with the gold hardware. I think it's quite beautiful. I do think the black and gold is pretty, but I do have a lot of bags in that colorway. So it'd be nice to have something a little different. And then last on my wish list is, now I have expanded a little bit, an Hermes Kelly or Birkin in that beautiful dark green color. I'm open to many dark greens, like there's like, you know, malachite, vert Bosphor, vert cypress, kind of just open to all of those. I just love dark green. I love dark green. And so I would like to be able to get a Kelly or Birkin in that color. I know I'll probably have to go pre-loved for it, which is fine. But that's kind of my current 10 wish list. Things that are kind of sitting on the edge of it, depending on how price increases go, I would love a Damier Azur pochette accessoire. It is kind of the last Damier Azur piece I want for my collection, and as you guys know, that is my favorite canvas piece. And why this is not on my for sure wish list is I never can seem to find it. So I have done lots of website stalking, I've contacted lots of SAs, I've even seen SAs who've posted it, but it goes like that. Like I'll be like a minute later and it'll be gone. So that's kind of why it's on my kind of, if I find it, I would get it, especially though depends on the price increase on it. If we're seeing a 25% increase on that piece, it's going to get really expensive and I'm not sure it'll be worth it. So that's kind of on my maybe. I also, this is like such a stupid one and I'll post a picture of it. It's not stupid, it's just very expensive. I am obsessed with Dior sweaters, guys, and Dior ready to wear is so expensive. So there's a sweater, it can be worn backwards, forwards, you can reverse it inside out, but it is $2,800 and that's like really expensive for a sweater. And I understand it's cashmere and I love a good sweater. Like this is Cezanne and like Cezanne is not cheap, but it is nowhere close to that cost of that Dior sweater. And I'm not sure if I should go down the ready-wear route yet. I think it is beautiful and I would love it. And on the realm of ready-to-wear, I would love a Max Mara coat. I love that teddy coat, guys. It is so expensive though. Their coats are really expensive and I do have some really nice pretty coats. So again, something I probably won't get, but I will keep my eyes open, especially during the summer, to see if it does go on sale because I would love to snag that. But you know, ready to wear again, very expensive. So we shall see. But that is my 2021 wish list. I hope you guys liked hearing all my picks. you guys please let me know down below what you guys are looking at, or if there's something on my wish list that you're like, don't get it, I got it and it was horrible, or do get it, I have it and I love it. Please let me know down below, or feel free to DM me on Instagram. I love to talk to you guys on Instagram. If you like this sort of video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe and notification bell down below so you get notified every time I upload a new video, which is twice a week. Thank you so much for tuning in today, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.